Hey boys and girls, welcome back to another Pit Stop Scale Model Garage video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. I've been thinking, been in this community for a little over 2 years, maybe 2.5 years or so, and when I first started this channel, I was going to be building all sorts of models. And if you guys remember, my tagline used to be, if it flies, floats, or rolls, I'll build it. So I started thinking about that, and I was looking at my stash one day, and I seen all of those kits up there, which are not cars, but ships and aircraft. I decided I am going to do a uh, maybe two aircraft. These are going to be special aircraft because there was a first version and there was a second version of this particular aircraft. And it's funny because as I watch your guys' videos, over here on the side where it says what to watch next, there happened to be a video. And I don't know how this happened, but there happened to be a video on one of the aircraft that I am going to build. So, without further ado, um, we're going to get down to the bench and I'm going to show you and actually do a quick unboxing maybe of two aircraft. So, that being said, let's go down to the bench and let's see what I have in store for you guys. Okay, boys and girls, this is the aircraft I was talking about, and this came into being, like they started designing this aircraft in like 1938, and they had two uh, requests for this aircraft when they gave it to the aircraft builders, manufacturers. They wanted it to have a range of 1,000 miles, and they wanted it to have a top speed of over 350 miles per hour. Sounds funny with the jets that we have today, right? Anyhow, this is the Voight F4U-1D Corsair. This is Tamiya kit and it's a 1/72nd scale. Two versions, and the one that they actually showed in the video was this one with the arrow on the vertical stabilizer. These are the colors, all Tamiya colors, of course, and Tamiya glue, blah, blah, blah. But anyhow, there's not very many parts in here, so let's take a look. Instruction sheet. Come on, come on. Of course, they're going to start with the cockpit stuff. And if I can figure it out, and if my eyesight will work, I got a Photo S cockpit detail kit. If my eyes can see it, because some of that stuff is really tiny, as you can see. So we'll see how that's going to work out. Anyhow, the instructions, and that's it. 2 bags of parts. Now, another thing that they were kind of deciding on, do we want this aircraft or not, is because of the inverted gull wings. But anyhow, I decided to do this. And the reason why I decided to do this particular kit is because I mentioned my love of jets. So the aircraft that succeeded this one was this one, A7A Corsair. So I want to build this one first because I love jets, and then we will build this one. That'll give me time to get paint because I don't have the navy blue paint that they require for this particular build. But I do have the gray and I do have the white for this build. So basically, same thing with this one. Uh, Aircraft builds sometimes could be a pain in the butt because of the seam line that they have going down the fuselage. But I was messing around with this one, and this seam line actually looks pretty good. Just a little bit of sanding, and we'll get rid of that. Now, any plane that I build, I try to build that were on the ship that I was on when I was in the service, and the Corsair was one of them. Unfortunately, I was not able to get decals that had my ship on. See, like this has got Oriskany, yeah, the USS Oriskany there, and then the US Midway there. I will not put a ship on the side of the aircraft. I'll just decal it up with all the rest of the stuff that needs to get decaled. Alright, so here's the instructions. Here, paint schemes for both. These are two different squadrons that were on the aircraft carrier. So they give you directions on how to paint them and decal each one of those, which is pretty cool. I'm telling you what colors to paint in here. I highlighted all different colors that I need to make sure that I have before I even start this. So, with all that being said, let's take a look at the parts in here. Again, if I can see all the parts, I will be doing photo etch in the cockpit area. Alright, so next, we'll move on to the sprues. Hardly nothing on that one. These are the landing gear doors. This looks like the exhaust pipe or whatever. Pylons for the armament. A resting hook for aircraft landings. Struts, landing gear assemblies. Here's all the armament that will be going on this build. More armament. Here's this is probably the vertical stabilizer. More armament pods. Some Japanese stuff. And my wing assembly. Now these wings are not that bad. Oops. Let's put the right one on there, Vincent. And that just goes in there like that. And a lot of you guys are probably filling all of these seams, but my theory is on the real aircraft, on the one-to-one, these panels probably have to come out because there are on the one-to-one, there are machine guns. I believe there's machine guns up in here. I'm not sure. I have to look at the pictures again. But anyhow, there's my canopy pieces. Two of them. Very cool. This is the front nose piece. That would. This piece here would go in there like that. So, I'm going to take a break from the car builds, and I'm going to go ahead and build these two aircraft to add to my aircraft builds. Okay, boys and girls, what you are looking at right now is the progress that I have made while I was off camera. I went ahead, of course it's still two halves, it's not glued together yet, as you can see. But I did go ahead and prime it, and as soon as I get get in there. As soon as I get the kit that I ordered for the cockpit, I can build the cockpit and then put this together, and then I can paint the entire thing. Anyhow, with all of that being said, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video, and as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. Pit Stop Scale Model Garage out for now. Toodles!